TD, I think we're going to jump into, we're going to have a Super Bowl draft. You want to explain this to everybody?
Oh, yeah, we're going to have a draft. So we have a lot of teams right now, a lot of undefeated teams. A lot of teams are 6-2 thereabouts. So we're going to list, we're going to show a board here of our top teams.
Give it to me.
And then we're going to have you guys, so here's the board coming here in a second, and we're going to have you guys draft your top Super Bowl contenders.
So once we draft, so if Bucky picks them, I can't pick them. They're off the board.
That is correct. It's a roll-on draft. You guys
Okay,
are scouts.
a full draft.
Full-on draft, yeah. 8
like
teams,
this.
4 each. I'm going to show you our top 8 teams right now, record-wise. All right, here it is, top 8 teams. You guys roll them off to our listeners.
I got to write this down here so I see who we got here. We've got Cincinnati, New England, Denver.
Yeah.
We've got Carolina Panthers. We've got the Green Bay Packers, Arizona Cardinals, Atlanta Falcons, and the Minnesota Vikings, who I like as well. So who goes first here, TD?
All right, here's how we're going to decide it. We're going to give you guys a question. Whoever gets the right answer or closest to the right answer.
We're not going to do rock, paper, scissors?
No, not that. It's a real question. So you guys know I'm a Madden gamer.
Yeah.
You know, I've been doing that for a few years now, 10 years thereabouts. So I'm going to ask you guys, who is the fastest player in Madden this year? I'll give you a clue. He's a wide receiver.
Wow. The fastest player in Madden? My son plays this every day, Buck. I should know this.
Come on, you should know this.
The fastest player in Madden? Well, is it current? Like, this is before the season? Don't they update it as it goes
Yeah,
on?
so this is before the season. When you first bought the game 2 months ago there.
Because, like, Tavon Austin might be up there now. But
he might be.
But he's...
That was a couple years ago, though.
Oh, man. The fastest player is a receiver.
Give it a shot.
I'm racking my brain here, Buck. Is it Odell Beckham?
Bucky, what do you got?
I don't have Odell. I have Brandon Cooks or Phillip Dorsett.
Both close. DJ's close. Bucky's closer. Definitely not Odell Beckham.
What?
Beckham's about 91 speed. Dorsett, I believe, is about a 95 speed. It's definitely a rookie, though. It's a rookie. The second guesses, it's going to be a rookie.
It's a rookie. It's not J.J. Nelson.
Let's have Bucky go first, since he was closer in the first time.
Oh, did you hear my second one?
Yeah, it's not either of those guys.
Neither one. So I get another
Rookie, yeah.
one? Damn. It's a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Before the season started?
Yep.
Rookie before the season started that can play, that is fast. A rookie that's fast.
Rookie wide receiver. DJ, you got anyone? Bucky,
Tyler Lockett?
Lockett's pretty close. It's not him. It's Brashard Perriman. He hasn't played.
Oh, that is garbage. That is such garbage.
What is that based off
Because
of?
he ran his pro day. He ran 4.24 or whatever it is pro
Ask
day.
Madden, guys. Don't ask me. It's Brashard Perriman.
Oh, wow. I'm not happy about that
That's
loss.
awful.
I'm not
97
happy about
speed.
that loss. That is a trick. Well, I'm screwing
But
you with the
DJ,
hardest Man
Bucky
United
went-
question ever.
Bucky was the closest, so Bucky's going to go first in our draft. So it's a draft of the
Oh, that's easy. First pick.
I know where you're going.
First pick for just to get to the Super Bowl, not to win it, right?
To win it. Let's go to win it. Go on, yeah, to win it. Top Super Bowl contenders to win it.
That changes that dynamic a little bit. But if I'm going to draft, I am going to draft, and I'm going to go off the grid. I'm not going to go with the New England Patriots. I don't want them.
You're not.
I'm not going to go with them.
I turned in my card.
I'm going to go with the Denver Broncos.
You're going Denver?
I'm going to go with the Denver Broncos #1. They're my #1 pick, and the reason I'm going with them over the Patriots, I like their defense a little better. I like the way they can rush the passer. I like their secondary better than the guys that are playing in the Patriots. And I have a lot of respect for it. But if we're saying to win it, I'm going to go with the Denver Broncos because I believe they're constructed and built the right way. I think they can run the ball. They will eventually get to the point where they can run the ball. And I know that Peyton Manning has not been stellar this year, but this team is built differently. They will eventually be built differently. I think we're looking at the John Elway teams of the mid-'90s, the teams that we couldn't get past when I played for the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. I think the Broncos are the guys that go get it.
Patriots. Do I need to say anything here? Do I need to state my case?
That's
I mean, I'm going to go with the New England Patriots because we have the uncoverable man in Rob Gronkowski. As great as this Denver defense is, they don't have anybody to match up with him.
Do you know his numbers and Gary Barnage's numbers are exactly alike?
I'll still
Would
take.
you say that Gary Barnage is uncoverable? I'm just saying the numbers are.
Let's look at Gary Barnage over the last 9 years versus.
I'm just saying right now, here and now.
Let's not compare that.
I just can rate them on here and now.
Let's not compare that.
I'm just saying, like the numbers are the numbers.
I'll take the New England Patriots. So I mean, I don't even know if I should take another AFC team. I got 3 more picks. I just go all NFC. I've already got the AFC locked up.
Bucky's up next.
So I got New England as mine. Buck, who you got?
My next team. Gosh, I don't want to go with the Bengals. I'm going to go with the Arizona Cardinals.
You go Arizona.
I'm going with Arizona, and I'm going with Arizona over the Bengals and over the Panthers because when you look at teams that traditionally win the Super Bowl, they're balanced, meaning their defense, their offense, their special teams, and all that. When I look at the Cardinals, you talk about Larry Fitzgerald, John Brown, those guys create problems. I like how they're playing. Then on defense, they beat you up. They have Tyrann Mathieu and Patrick Peterson playing in the back end. I think the Arizona Cardinals are the team that I would say.
All right, you got Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to go NFC, and I'm not going to be a prisoner of the moment because they laid an egg the other night. I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers is my next pick there, Buck. I've got the best quarterback in the National Football League, arguably. If it's not Aaron Rodgers, it's my first pick in Tom Brady. So I've got the two best quarterbacks in the NFL. And the road, I believe, is going to eventually have to go through Green Bay. They're going to be at home. Aaron Rodgers doesn't lose at home. It just doesn't happen. So I'll take the Green Bay Packers with my second pick, Buck. I mean, I got the two best quarterbacks in the NFL. Should I take the rest of the draft over? I take it off. I mean, go get something to drink, get a little vacation here. TD, you got any other trivia questions you want to hit me up with? Maybe some other rookies that haven't played at all this year?
Bucky's trash talking right now.
No, it's fine.
He's trash talking. Who you got for your number
fine,
3
because
pick?
it's an opportunity for us to go back and reflect at the end of the year and see this. The Green Bay Packers were exposed for what I thought they were on
They've
Sunday
lost
night.
one game.
No, but what I thought they were. They're a team that, depending on the matchup, they won't have the ability to get to the dance. Part of the reason is because they don't have anyone on the outside that scares the opponent in the passing game. If you have a good secondary, like the Broncos have, like some of these other teams, like the Arizona Cardinals have, I don't know if their guys can win. They don't run the ball well enough. And from a physical standpoint, I don't think their defense stands the test of time in terms of dealing with a physical team that comes right at you. It's all based on matchups. I just don't think that they can match up with some of those teams.
Their secondary was beat up. They were missing some guys there against the Denver Broncos. They're going to get healthy. They're going to play at home, and they simply don't lose at home. Neither do the New England Patriots. All right, so you up now, Buck?
I am up, and I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals.
All right.
I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals because Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle, is playing out of his mind. And even though he's coming back to earth a little bit, didn't play necessarily well against the Pittsburgh Steelers, I like the fact that their defense can carry them. Defense is physical. They get after it. They do a great job of creating turnovers. And then Andy Dalton is playing not quite at the MVP level. He was playing the first quarter of the season, but he is playing well, doing a great job finding his playmaker, A.J. Green, having big plays on the outside. And then the monster in the backfield, Giovanni Bernard, Jeremy Hill, combining, being able to bring that balance. And with Hugh Jackson dialing it up, I have a lot of confidence in the Cincinnati Bengals being able to take on all comers in the AFC.
I like the Bengals. I like that pick a lot. I probably would have gone there with my next pick, but instead I'm going to stay in the NFC, and I'm going to go with the Carolina Panthers.
You don't really believe that.
I love.
You don't believe that you can go to the Super Bowl with Ted Ginn Jr. and Greg Olsen as your only viable threat.
We're going to run the rock. We're going to
run it all day?
You're going to run the rock. We're going to play great defense.
So Carolina is going to be the Georgia Tech of the National Football League.
They're going to run the rock.
They're just going to run every down.
They're going to play great defense, and then they're going to eventually lose to Green Bay in it probably a championship game. But I still win in that scenario. So I'm going to go Carolina Panthers as my third pick, Buck. So we got next. This is your last pick?
Yeah, last pick. Well, I know.
Who's left on the board? Who do we have left?
I got the Minnesota Vikings.
Who's the other team?
The Falcons.
The Atlanta Falcons. That's a good
Falcons.
fit for you.
Okay.
That's kind of like your kind of team.
Hold up. I don't get to pick the Colts?
No.
They're not a top 8 team.
Doesn't matter. They're going to win that garbage division that they're in.
Not a top 18. Not a top 18.
All right, go ahead, Buck.
Teddy Bridgewater, Adrian Peterson, the emergence of Stephon Diggs, love their offense, Kyle Rudolph in the middle. And we still haven't figured out how to maximize Mike Wallace and even Cordero Patterson. That offense will get better defensively. Young, impressive crew of defenders. Sharif Floyd, Eric Kendricks, Anthony Barr. In the back end, Harrison Smith is playing as well as any safety in the league. I'm a big believer in the Minnesota Vikings, and your Packers better beware. They better have their little antenna up because this is a smash mouth group. I think they can sneak in the back door and maybe win the NFC North.
They're not going to win at Green Bay, Bucky. Nobody wins at Green Bay. I'll tell you what, this is my last pick. I only have one option left. This is one of those picks where, you know what, it's about, you pick your squad, you make the high school team, I got my 3 guys I really, really like, and now we just want people we want to be around. And Dan Quinn, we want him around, so that's why we're going to put him on our team. He's going to be our 4th pick on Team DJ here. Atlanta Falcons, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones get hot. They can play with anybody. Defensively, he's got them playing hard. And now you can see our full results here, Buck. So for those listening and can't see us here, I've got the Patriots, the Packers, the Panthers, and the Falcons. And Bucky, who you got?
Broncos, Cardinals, Bengals, and Vikings. And I really like my squad because of the overall depth. I think you're 2, 3, and 4. Those guys, I don't know. I think they have serious holes in their rosters, and I don't know if that's going to allow them.
All right, just while we have this board, don't take this board down because I want to make a point here. All right, so
you can win the popular
quarterbacks win. Quarterbacks, it's a quarterback league, right? You agree with that? Okay, so my number one,
quarterback.
Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning. Who are you going to take, Buck? Tom Brady. Now we go Aaron Rodgers versus Carson Palmer. Who are you going to take, Buck? Aaron Rodgers. Then we go Carolina Panthers versus the Bengals. Who are you going to take, Buck? Cam Newton or Andy Dalton? Cam Newton. Then we'll go Matt Ryan against Teddy Bridgewater. Maybe you take Teddy. Are you going to take Teddy? I'm going to take Matt Ryan.
No, man, that's cute. But like at some point.
That's a fact.
That's cute.
It's a quarterback league.
It's a quarterback and defense league. Whoever the quarterback is that shows up with the best defense and running game, they are the ones that win it. Those guys that you talk about, Green Bay, I don't think that defense is a upper echelon defense. Hey, look, the Patriots are playing lights out. And I gave you a pass because I had number one pick and I left them on the board.
That was very nice of you, by the way.
But in looking at that, just the challenge of going back to back, at some point, they're going to hit a bump in the road. And I know everyone is on the redemption tour, revenge tour, whatever they're on based on Deflategate.
Hold up.
I just think
what was your major at North Carolina?
Communications.
Oh, I thought maybe you majored in like the weather, and then you were going to tell me that somehow Denver was going to have a really mild winter here. I was going to get a little bit nervous that the Broncos might be the
it's
pick.
early.
But it does get cold up there, right?
It does get cold up there. And look, in a couple weeks we'll have an opportunity.
I thought we had El Nino coming through the Rocky Mountains.
Why do you think El Nino?
Why you picked the Broncos over when you had the Patriots there?
No, because I think their defense is better. I think the combination of the defense and the running game to win in the postseason down the stretch, you have to play good defense. And I think the physicality of the Broncos defense is different than the other stuff. And when you think about the Patriots, look, the Patriots are great. I wonder how they're going to get open against the Denver Broncos when they face.
Look, it's going to be interesting to see.
How are they going to get open?
The Patriots?
Yeah.
Nobody's covering Gronkowski. He's always open. Because when he's covered, he's open.
He's not.
TJ Ward, he's going to pick that ball off his head. You got Deion Lewis. You're going to have to cover Deion Lewis out of the backfield. They have a variety of people they can throw at
all those little guys?
They
all the speed.
The quarterback.
Did you see the speed? Did you see what they did to the Green Bay?
Alien, Buck.
He is.
Tom Brady's not a human being.
I would say that Aaron Rodgers is just as good, if not better, than Tom Brady. Did you see what he looked like on Sunday Night Football?
He
was lost. He was lost in love.
This is going to be
lost in love dealing with the Denver Broncos defense.
It's going to be a different situation.
No, it won't.
First of all, they're not going to be playing that game.
Why?
They're not going to be playing that game.
What do you mean what they were playing?
New England's not losing. They're going to be playing that game in Foxborough.
They can play in Foxborough.
And the weather's not getting better. The weather's not. All right, come on. This is. Are we going to put this to the people? Or are we going to give?
We're going to put this to the people. That's right. We're going to tweet.
I already know he's going to win the popular vote, but when we go back and do the recount,
that's all that matters.
The election.
That's all that matters.
When we do the election at the end,
that's all that matters.
I'll win. No hanging chads over here.
All right,
that's fine. Save that. Save
Love
that.
it.